This might be a bit of a dumb crash out, and this might even sound a little bit like a video that you might have watched if you are in tune with basically anything tech related, because I know that I watch a lot of tech channels, and I like to watch a lot of just random shit on YouTube every once in a while. And I saw a video a while back called USB-C is the Devil, or something along those lines. I'll flash the thumbnail and the title of the video up on screen, so that way you can go watch it yourself, and so that way I can correct myself on the title. Now, I will reiterate some of the points that this guy talked about in his video, but I'm having a different problem with USB-C, right? I'm having a very niche, well, what I think is honestly a niche problem with USB-C. And it's not the fact that, and this is a complaint that I've heard from somebody else as well. Here's another video of somebody complaining about this other issue with USB-C. My complaint is not that I don't know which USB-C cable to use, because for the devices that I only have like 2 different devices that actually require USB-C to even operate, right? And it's mostly just my phone, right? Mostly just my phone is what I use. However, my Surface Pro also has a USB-C port, and here's the kicker about it, is that USB-C cables don't actually fit in it. They just don't. They do not fit in the USB-C port. I have tried over and over and over again, but I honestly think that the Surface Pro that I have just has a hole that has a USB-C port in it, but the little metal connector part is just not, like it just doesn't fit, right? And I don't know if I'm going fucking crazy, because even that just seems like it sounds like a skill issue, but I swear to God it's not. But again, that's not the problem I'm here to talk about. The problem that I'm here to talk about is USB-C to USB-A, and how much of a pain in the ass it is if you have a machine, like mine, like my main machine here, that doesn't have a USB-C port. Now, I have heard a lot of people complain about USB-A being the devil. I have heard a lot of people say that, and people saying USB-C should be the standard because it's faster, it's more efficient, it should just be the standard. And it's been argued so much to the point where the EU made it a law. Now, I will get a little bit into the reason why that was in a bit, and mostly how Apple is a bitch-ass company. But that's besides the point. That right there is besides the point. I want to tell you how much of a pain in the ass USB-C has been for me specifically. So, I was recently given a hard drive that has a SATA port on it. Cool, extra hard drive that I could use. That's awesome. I love me a good hard drive, right? Here's the problem though, is that it's a SATA drive. And you might be thinking, okay, well, just get a fucking dock. Get a fucking dock for that shit, and then run it in your dock as an external drive. I would totally do that. I already have one of those, and both of them are full, right? So I can't add another hard drive, and I don't want to take out either my game development repository or the scratch disk that I'm using for basically any sort of audio, video, any sort of games that I have, or basically anything that I need a 3 terabyte hard drive to store, right? So again, I've already got 2 things in this top loader. So I could get another top loader. That is a thing I could do. But those are about $50. And I'm trying not to spend $50 plus tax right now, okay? I'm trying not to do that. I'm trying to be economical about this. So I go to Best Buy, and I go to the different adapters and the different cable sections that they have, right? And I find a USB to SATA cable. Hooray! Awesome! One problem. It's USB-A to USB-C. Okay. That's a little bit of a problem, because again, I don't have any USB-C ports that actually function. And at my job, I have two different flash drives that are USB-A and USB-C compatible. And so I think to myself, okay, well, like, there's obviously an adapter for that, right? Like, there is an adapter for that. And I know Apple computers and Androids and iPhones all have USB-C hookups. And I have used USB-A to USB-C adapters. And that's not a problem, right? That's not where the problem begins. Where the problem begins is that I cannot, for the life of me, in any physical store, find a USB-C to USB-A adapter. That's where my problem is. Or specifically, what I'm looking for is a USB-C female to USB male, right? That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for an adapter that does that. But again, in any fucking store that I go to, I cannot, for the life of me, find it. I've been to 2 different Walmarts, a Staples, and a Best Buy. And the Staples was closed, so I might just go over there tomorrow and then see if they even have one of those. But given my luck at Best Buy and Walmart, probably not. But I was able to find some online. Now, here's the question that I have to ask, though. Why the fuck is one of these so difficult to get? Like, why does nobody sell this? This is a genuine question. Why does nobody sell a USB-C female to USB-A male converter? Why the fuck do why the fuck do people not, like, sell that? Right? And I was thinking to myself, okay, well, like maybe a USB hub. Maybe I could use a USB hub and then, like, pipe that through. But no! No, I can't even do that shit. I can't even do that kind of stuff. Because every single hub that I find that has a USB-C port on it has a USB-C male output port on it. Now, once again, I'm going to show you a picture of my computer. Can you tell me where the USB-C port is here? Can you tell me where it is? Because I sure as shit can't find one. Oh wait, that's because I bought my case and my motherboard and everything else before USB-C was this big fucking standard. I bought my case back in 2019. And I have been slowly upgrading the components in it because why the fuck would I buy a new case just because I got a new GPU and a new thing of RAM? Why the fuck would I do that? Genuine question. Why would I replace that kind of stuff? Unless I were building a new computer, there's no fucking reason to do that. Now, unless there's some fundamental misunderstanding that I'm having with USB-C to USB-A transfer protocol, please fucking let me know, because it's driving me nuts, especially after I've seen quite a bit of bullshit at all of these different stores that I've been to. Like, let me tell you some of the things that I've seen. And some of these are logical, some of these do make sense, right? So USB-A to USB-C. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I understand why you would have something like that. Can we have it the other way around too? USB-C to USB-A? That's all I'm asking here, right? So I found one of those, and then I found another USB-C to USB-A cable, and then I found an HDMI adapter to USB-C for 4K at 60 Hz Ultra HD. HDMI to USB? I mean, I guess. I've never seen a monitor that accepts USB-C. I'm not saying they don't exist, but I've never seen it. I've seen more monitors that use just HDMI or a specific type of HDMI mixed with like DisplayPort or something like that. But I have never, ever in my life, to this point, seen a monitor or a TV that accepts USB-C that wasn't from Apple. Let's see, what else did I find? A 4-port USB-C hub. Ah, yes, okay. Finally, something that makes sense. Wait a minute. That is 4 USB-A's into a USB-C male. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the opposite of that. I'm looking for USB-C to USB-A. And then I found a USB-C to another 4K HDMI cable. And then I found a 6-foot USB file transfer cable that only accepts USB male to USB-C male with a USB female in the back. So, okay, it's just another version of that, but with 2 USB-A's into a USB-C with an adapter specifically for the USB-C. Not what I'm looking for. Let's continue. A USB-C to SATA adapter. The thing that I bought because I couldn't find a USB-A version, even though I know damn well that they exist, and honestly, I should have just went online at this point, because Best Buy is fucking me at this point. But instead, no. Like the little dumbass fucking mutt that I am, I decided to go to Walmart. I went to a Walmart that was not too far back from the Best Buy. And I thought to myself, okay, maybe it's dumb enough that they have it. And so I decided to look. No, they didn't have it. Anything that they had relating to that was out of stock because a lot of people apparently needed USB and USB-C cables. Fair enough. There's another Walmart in my city. And so what do? I drive across town to go to the Walmart Supercenter that we have, thinking that, yeah, maybe it's just out of stock. And honestly, I'm surprised I didn't go to fucking Target. But you want to know what? Target's way too fucking expensive for me. So, no, I'm a little broke-ass bitch. I didn't go to Target for it. So again, I went to the Walmart Supercenter, and guess what? Nothing. There was nothing. Do you want to know what there was, though? Do you want to know what there was? Here's what they had. USB-A male to USB-C male. Makes sense, right? We're all about gay marriage around here, but that's just a charging cable. That's just a fucking charging cable. And that's cool. If I needed to get a charging cable, I would have gotten a charging cable. I could have gotten that at fucking Dollar General. But whatever, right? So, whatever. And so I found a USB-C to USB-C cable with a strap. Alright, that's cool. Again, I understand why a USB-C and USB-C cable would exist. I get that. This makes sense. This makes perfect fucking sense. And then I found a USB-C to Lightning cable. And I thought to myself, okay, this is cool if you're an iPhone user trying to connect to a MacBook. That's all this is useful for. So, whatever, right? It's not for me, but it still sucks that this is one of the only things that's here. And then I look, and I find another HDMI to USB adapter for 1080p video. What the fuck? It's not even USB-C at this point. Who the fuck is using USB for video transfer? Who the fuck? What? I've never seen a TV with only USB or HDMI only. Now, if it's a smart TV, I guess I get that, but like, bro, come the fuck on. You can just use an HDMI splitter to do the exact same thing for probably less money in the long run. Like, what the fuck? USB-A to HDMI? I just... What? Huh? And then I find something even more fucked up, which is a VGA to HDMI adapter with a USB male end on it. So, I'm assuming that the USB male part is for power? That's the only thing I can imagine this is being used for, but like, a USB powered analog to digital converter, like, people do understand that there are digital to analog converters that don't require USB power, right? Like, people understand that that is a thing that exists. So, like, dude, the fucking cable game is cooked. It's cooked. That's all I can say. That's all I can fucking say about this. And then I find, yet again, another USB-C to 4K HDMI multi-monitor adapter. Okay, that's cool if you need that, I guess? And then I find something that I'm vaguely looking for, which is a USB-C male and a USB-C female cable next to each other. And then next to that, I find a USB-A male and a USB-A female cable next to that. Now here's the question. Why can't I mix and match these? Why the fuck? Like, can I just do one thing? Can I just do one thing? I get it. What I'm trying to do is niche here. But like, I'm not the only person on the planet who would find this to be useful. I know this for a fact, because I know for a fact that if I'm thinking it, then somebody somewhere else is also thinking it. And again, this is just because I went to Walmart and Best Buy, and I would have gone to Staples, but they're closed. Again, I think I would have been shit out of luck, but like, I know I can't be the only person thinking that there is a need for a USB-C female to USB-A male, and I'm not gonna solder the fucking cables together. I'm not doing that shit. And so I guess I'll just go on to like some fucking online retail platform, buy it there, wait for about a week, and then get it from there. Like, again, it's so fucking maddening, man. Oh my god. Did you hear that? I thought it was so fucking stupid that I buried my fucking muzzle into my paws, okay? That's how fucking stupid I thought this was. And all of this because I needed to connect a SATA hard drive to a USB port. That's all I needed to do. I understand that these adapters exist. I understand that. But I just bought an adapter that had USB-C, and I thought that one of my USB hubs that I had a USB-C port, so I was just going to use that. But no, I can't use that because it doesn't have any USB-C ports on it. And it doesn't have USB-C male, so I can't exactly use that either, even if I had an adapter. And the entire problem is that I don't have a fucking adapter. Listen, I complain about this kind of shit because a bunch of minor inconveniences can pile up into one big major inconvenience. And a lot of this USB-C standard shit is all because the EU had a fucking upset with Apple. And to be fair, it was a justifiable upset. It was a massive justifiable upset because Apple is fucking stupid. And Apple forces just random bullshit nonsense proprietary cables that look like the end of somebody's penis just to be able to fucking charge a laptop or a phone. And that's not even the worst of it. What I just described isn't even the fucking worst of it. All those cable types that I found wasn't even the worst of it. I also found a USB-C to USB-B cable for printers specifically. And then on top of that, I found what I can only describe as an enigma of a cable. And that being a USB-C male to micro USB male phone cable. What the fuck are we doing as a society to even, like, who the fuck uses micro USB these days? Who's doing that? Not me! Just fucking take me out to the back of the shed and shoot me in the back of the head like a fucking old yeller, man. And so again, I have decided that I am just going to order it online. And I've already placed the order, so hopefully it gets here soon. Hopefully it just arrives soon enough. The fact that we even have to do this, the fact that we even have to deal with this type of shit, because for some fucking reason they're trying to force USB-C to be the standard everywhere else, when, again, we have modern day devices that still use USB-A. Does this use USB-C? No. 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 None of these things use USB-C. This is not 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 USB-C. And this is not USB-C. I get it. USB-C. It's nice that you don't have to fiddle around with which side it's on. I get it. USB-C is also useful in terms of efficiency and how fast it can be. And USB-C can also be plugged into devices with USB-C ports. I'm not arguing that this is a bad thing. I'm sorry. I know I'm starting to sound crazy on this one, but it just pisses me off. I feel like this was entirely done. This is a conspiracy by Apple just to specifically piss me off. And that's it. It's only to piss me off. Nobody else, just me. Oh, man. Whew. Well, I don't know what else to say aside from, I guess, like, just only shop for tech stuff at, like, an online retailer? Because you won't find anything that's super specific or that uses USB-A as its primary thing, even though every device still supports USB-A, except for a Mac. Is Best Buy just a poor man's Apple store? That's a better question for me to ask. Look, listen, I'm getting carried away. I hope to see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Y'all take care, alright?